video. Okay. So as you can see, New Language Solutions is based in Ottawa, Ontario. We acknowledge that our head office is on the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. Beyond Ottawa, we have staff working in locations across Canada. New Language Solutions is grateful to have the opportunity to work as a guest in communities and territories across the country. And we honor the stewardship of the many Indigenous peoples who have resided on these lands since time immemorial. And as for myself, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to work and live in PT4, territory and homelands of the Métis people. uh, Maybe a couple of you know me and some of you don't. I am with Avenue since not too long, 2016, and I support teachers across Canada and Saskatchewan as a mentor. I also have contributed a little bit on a couple of projects with Achieve, Mosaic, and Can Avenue. So, a topic enhancing Avenue pain. As I'm guessing, most of you have experience on Avenue page. Some may be little and some may be more. Some of you may already know all of this. Some of you may be benefited a little bit, I hope. So while looking at an enhanced course page, a couple of things from my side is we can make the course more user-friendly by managing the topic area, adding a course image and description, and changing the course format. I will give you um, a hands-on experience. If any of you have another um, screen, sorry, sometimes I forget words. If you have another screen, feel free to log in on Avenue and on your classroom. And when we will work together, you can definitely try those. You can organize the course by creating new topic areas. You can use the course builder. You can use HTML blocks more effectively. And of course, by now, I'm sure all of you know on and use the show and hide option. And we can also manage our page by setting up activity completion, completion tracking, show and hide the course topic, activity, and then restricting access. And that we can do by individual activities. And also we can restrict access via checklist. Just to give you a look at how I managed my classroom, I'm just going to quickly show you um, the student view of my classroom. Later, I will show you the teacher's view. So please let me know that if you can see my classroom, maybe a thumbs up or something will do, or if you can just write in the chat box. Because I have minimized the odd. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Shirley, Annie. Okay. So this is my present classroom, and I am logged in here as a student. I think it's big enough so you can see how it looks. And this is how my classroom looks as of right now, actually. We'll come to more to that, talk about that later. So let's start with the topic area or zero topic area, because that's a place where most of the problems begin. Does your zero topic or any other topic area look like this? Now, this is actually taken from one of my really old classrooms. And you can see this actually is the whole zero topic area, or you can call it the general area that is actually bottom of the page. If you don't remember the name, we call it zero topic area. And what happens if you have this long, you have to scroll down a long way to get to your, um, the area you need or the topic you need or the item you need. You can see 3 screenshots, and I still had to crop a lot. So I can show you actually how my actual classroom looked like in real life. This is the oldest one you can see. This is the zero topic area. I'm starting from the top, and if I'm scrolling down, 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 it's going on and on and on and on and on, still on. Here, it's ended, right? So it's really long. Even for me as a teacher to find something in this long area, it does take a long time. And then the other courses, it's a very long course. No, I don't use it, just if you want to know. And oh, yes, I can, of course, zoom in. Thank you. I just thought that the whole thing could. Okay, 100% here. So, yeah, a lot of items. I did not know the need, or I did not realize that I could get them back. So everything was here. And then all of my classes, sorry, topics, other topics. Let's see what we can do. So what to do? Keep it simple. Keep it small. So not only the zero topic area, the first focus is the zero topic area. Keep it very small. Take the least possible area. But for the other topics also, the main topics that you're teaching, we can still keep it small. So you can make an archive or a teacher's area topic. You can make a resource page for yourself where you can actually move the redundant content or something that you might use later. At this point, once it's done, you move them. Then, if you want to keep them, put the archived area out of the way. You can put it to the bottom of the page, you can hide it, and actually you can delete it. If you know that you are never going to use it again, delete it and just maybe keep only the important items that you want to. Uh, about deleting, if you are actually getting any topic from, excuse me, from the course builder, feel free to delete it because you will be able to get that again. Ask for it again using course builder, you will get the same topic again. So there's no point of keeping that. And you can create new topic areas. As I was saying, it's not only for the zero topic area, for any other topic area. For example, when I'm teaching business writing or business communication and writing, I don't keep everything under employment. I separate them. Business writing, I separate resume writing, cover letter. So each smaller big areas for the students also. So it's easier to direct them and it's easier for them to find it. Also, you can create HTML blog where you can keep similar contents or, links or other important information. The point is actually to declutter the page. Remove unnecessary blocks. If you want to keep them, put them to the bottom. Again, hide or delete. Just another quick show of my present classroom that I'm using now that I mentioned. So this is my present classroom. As I was saying, so this is the first general topic area, the top, right? My office hours and everything here. And then the immediate theme that we are talking about, then other important information that I need them to get access all the time. And then the little less important ones are towards the bottom. And then on the right hand side, as everybody else, I have my blocks. So I use the first one to keep track how much activities my students completed. Then calendar, I'm sure you all have your own ways to organize them. As I was talking about HTML blocks with similar contents, for example, this is one content, and for my students, these two are for their individual practice anytime. This is not included in their uh, online activity time. This is just for them. So they can click on either of them and work. Then this one block is from our organization. All the link student info that they might need are together under one block. So that means I don't have to create 5 separate blocks to give information related to suspolity. So that way I have less number of blocks. Now, that same thing, I'm just gonna quickly show you again on picture. So you can see smaller and simpler zero topic area, HTML blocks. This used to be my classroom also, previous classroom. So you see this was my previous one and the present one looks a little different as I just showed you. So I turned more towards using Bitmojis than just like words and links and colors. I don't know. To me, it looks more stiff, the images or Bitmojis. Uh, I will take a look at the chat box. Just let me go a little further. Uh, and then new topic areas for other important information. So I did not put, I used to have must do, how to videos, everything under this zero topic area. Now I have them in different smaller topic areas. So I have a comment in the chat box, which I read. This question is a simple. Okay, I have hidden several topics in my course. Topic headings still appear in the learner view with the words not available under each topic I have hidden. Okay, uh, just keep it in mind. Uh, I will just show you quickly if it works. Maybe you have, I'm just going to quickly answer actually. Maybe you have just chosen uh, available but not shown on the course page. Because if I hide something, I have not actually seen that. So maybe we can take a look at it later. So to go here, how to make your course page look like this, I think if I am right, uh, the courses now come this way. It used to come in a different way, but still it has 5 formats. Topics format, single activity format, social format, weekly format, and collapsible topics format. Just a quick overview of the formats. Social and single, these two formats look similar. Not really suitable for teaching. Why not? Because basically, see, this is a social format, and you know this forum, Avenue Teacher Forum. This is using social format, and it's very similar. Actually, I tried to change one of my classes. You see, this one CLB 8 itself, and I hope it doesn't happen anymore because I tried it long time ago and it messed up my whole thing. So I had to make another page for myself. So better not use it. The next one is weekly or topic format. They also look very similar. They are like this one. Just let me. This is the topic format. See little boxes here around your topic names. This is called topic format. So the thing is, this can be too long. As I'm showing you, you can see it can be too long. Yes, of course, it is also how many topics you have, but still it can be too long. And sometimes if you actually change it to show all sections on one page, I'm just going to show you the information here. If you show all sections on one page, it will be a very long zero topic area, and again, it messes up the, so don't choose that. If you like the topic style, topic format style, set it to show one section per page. It makes it easier to navigate. How? Say I'm here, right? And then I just want to look at using the link courseware. And now if I'm clicking on this one, so you see just this one is opening. Nothing else is visible for no one, not for the students, not for the instructor. So the students can then use the arrow, or they can use the jump too. So if you set it that way, so one section per page, and I will show how to do that if you already don't know that. So you see how it makes it easier to navigate. Also, when we set it up, we should choose hidden sections completely invisible from students because it keeps it simpler. The students don't see anything if you keep the hidden sections completely visible from students. This choice. Because as a teacher, I can see this. Now, if I'm going to show you the student version on this page. So you see only the ones that are open. And the best part is the students don't see anything else that is not open for them. But as a teacher, you see, I have everything, right? I have everything visible to me. So when you choose this topic, choose it's invisible from students. And the other one that I just showed, I think a lot of you use this already, collapsible topics format. I really love it. It looks soft. I think, a softer look and more, I don't know, it feels more welcoming. This drop-down menu shows the activities. Before they click on it, you can set up the activity report. You can set it up for either topic format or collapsible topics format. And that helps the students to know that, okay, I have done this much and I have this much to complete. And also, it's easier to navigate in general. So far, any questions regarding that? Okay, Robin has already solved the problem.
Sorry, Cheyenne. This is
Yeah,
John.
yeah.
You answered the question just now that
Oh,
Robin had. Okay, well done.
no problem.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, I'm just gonna go to actually, we're gonna work together, but just let's take a look how it looks when this is the collapsible topic format. And under this, if I'm clicking on this, the students can see. This is the student view. See, here I have a separate student login and student account, not always I use the um, change my role, because sometimes it might not give you exactly what you want to see. So that's why uh, I think all the mentors would suggest you to have a separate account as a student and enroll yourself for your class. Anyway, as I was saying, so you see, this is very easy to navigate, easy to look at, and then collapsed. Uh, Invisible. Okay, we are gonna make it invisible. Let's work on that. Okay, so let's look at these couple of things. I'm not gonna put this list up. I will be just going to the course and we are working together. If you want, you can work with me, and if you have questions, feel free to put it in the chat box. Uh, John or myself will answer our best. So first, let's look at the change of formatting. So I'm going to go to the one that I use for present webinars. So in your course, you will go to the action menu. You know the action menu, this one. To change format, you don't need to do anything with the turn editing on. So go to action menu, click on edit settings. I mentioned before that how it looks is also sometimes makes your students more encouraged, right? So before I go further, I would just like to show you how it looks, my sandbox, how it looks in the home page. So I don't find my sandbox. I think it's up here somewhere. Yeah, so nothing really, just the usual uh, image that comes when it is created. And on the student dashboard, if I may show you the student dashboard, how it looks. See, it's just a pink screen, pink, just something. So to make it a little more interesting, what we can do is edit course settings, and then in the description, you can write something if you want to, course summary, and in the course image, you can upload an image. And from the files, say you know how to upload a file already, I'm sure. I'm just going to choose a file. Uh, and I'm gonna change it later, so I'm just going to put this Zoom Avenue background, load, and it's here. So I'll just keep it, and course format is the one that changes how it looks. So see, I have set it up as collapsible topics format. And when you click on that, you have topics and other one. I will just keep it as collapsible topics format. And hidden sections are completely invisible. This is where you keep it hidden from the student views. And hidden sections are shown in collapsed form. Then actually the students can still see the name of the topics. So this one you need to click. And section progress bar is the one that actually gives you this one, this little bar. So as you can see, this sandbox does not have a progress bar. So I'm just going to click here and display a progress bar for each section. So the rest, I'm sure you know, appearance, it's fine, all these things, right? Now, others are, up to you. I don't change them. Show activity reports. Here, if this is the one you should choose, yes, because then it will actually help you create the progress bar and other reports, as you can see later. So I clicked it yes. And the rest, usually it is put site upload limit. If you see it is lower than that, you can click on that site upload limit. This is the highest. And then completion tracking. This is another thing that we need. So enable completion tracking. This is already given yes. If I don't put yes, it is not going to give me the opportunity to create a checkbox, and then it's not gonna let me do a lot of things. So I just click yes, and then other things I don't need, no tagging, and then I'll save and display. Now you see here, it is there, right? And as a student, I'm gonna show you. As a student, now I will just refresh my page. And you see, I know it's not very clear, but you see that I have uploaded that um, image. Now I'm clicking it here as a student, and you can see, I can only see the topic that is open for me. And I can see it here. My progress. Now, there will be things to check for myself as a student, or automatically uh, check if I set it like. Uh, then, if we look at the, um, you know how to create a new topic area and other things. So this is a student. Now here, I'm sure you know, I'll just now turn editing on. And I don't know if all of you are okay. John is answering questions. Thank you, John. So as you can see, I don't know if all of you know that we have two great ways to move things around. One is sharing cart, another is mass actions. And of course, there is importing, but I'm not gonna touch on those things right now because that takes a different discussion, or it will take long. I can if you have time. So what I would like to show here is, how to create a new topic area, right? You just add topic and you choose the number. I'll choose 2, add topics. I had 4, now I have 5 and 6. You know how to use course builders. I'm not going to go to that. From here, you can just use course builder, choose the um, topics you want to put in here. HTML blocks uh, that you can create from here at the bottom. Add a block. Also, you can add any blocks from here, like sharing cart and mass actions if you don't have it yet. I had a question from someone that you just started it. So these are probably something you might find useful. So if you add a block, just gonna add a block that I'm gonna use later. So I'll just use a checklist here. And you see the checklist block is added here. It's still working, still loading. Okay, it's taking time. Should not take that long.
Cheyenne,
Yeah,
do you mind if I just say something? This is a
no,
result of
no, please go ahead.
this is a
Go ahead,
result of
please.
the help desk, the support desk. If you're going to use the mass actions block or the sharing cart, um, try to keep in mind that if your course has more than 30 topics, they probably won't perform very well. So try to keep your, try to keep your number of topics on a diet if you can for each term. So don't be afraid to have multiple courses. Do you know what I mean? Like a backup. You know what I mean, right? That's all.
Yeah, so that's something uh, I was gonna say, that maybe somebody has this worry, what am I gonna do with the items that I created? Um, you can have a resource page, you can make a different name, you can move them with mass actions or sharing cart or import, or you can ask your mentor to copy your old page and you can get a new page. So there are different ways to uh, keep your life simpler. Okay, so this is done. I'm just going to move it up so it helps. So it is here, and you know how to hide and show activities, right? So I have a couple of things added here because I would like to show you a few more things. So you see it is hidden from students. You can just go and hide and do whatever you want to from here. Like move right, duplicate, or whatever. Okay. So these are some of the very basic ways to, is it possible to save your own topics that you have created? Uh, Once you have uploaded it on the Avenue page, it is there. It is sort of saved there. If it is a file and if you want to save it somewhere else, again, resource. Um, so what actually I think I talked about all this point, unless anybody has any question before I go into a little more detail about checklist. Okay, here is a question to clear your page. If you want to save the 5 Ps, like items like that, so that's what I'm saying. Like, sure, you can save it, but have a resource page. Just like I showed you that I have and I know all the, see, I have a resource page, and this is my resource page too, right? See, I have already a couple of items I saved here. I save usually because it's just a lot of things I don't want to get rid of. And excuse me, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me that we like to go back as teachers to see what we did before, how I set up the questions. So this is my one resource page, and I have another resource page, um, which is a lot fuller, and I don't want to, burden that one because it takes longer. The more topics you add, the longer the pages become, uh, takes more time to load. So, as I was saying, I would like to talk a little bit about checklist. You see, here is nothing, right? But you see here, so here I have checklist to workplace culture and I have my students' names. I can clearly see who has done how much, and I can actually talk to them regarding that. So how did I do that? See, here I will go to actions menu. In actions menu, I will go to configure checklist, and here tools checklist. See, I have nothing here. Why? Because I actually need to create a checklist here first. So probably John can explain, if anybody needs that explanation, how this checklist and that checklist is connected, but you must create a checklist from here. So from an add an activity or resource, you you click on the checklist, and I usually just copy the name of my theme, so it's easier for me to connect. Right? And in the settings, updates by teacher only. Why? Uh, okay, I can show you how it is different. So if I'm keeping student only, I will show you how it is different first. Keep add due dates to calendar, because then it shows on calendar whatever you add to the calendar, any assessments or anything, automatically it goes to calendar. And also, this is important. So course modules in checklist. Here you will click and check current section, because that's the only part I want to focus on, current section. That's basically it. You don't have to do anything else. And what I usually do, I keep it not hidden. I keep it make available but not shown on course page, because the students cannot see it. But if I hide it, uh, the students, okay, let me hide it first, okay? If I hide it, what happens? No restrict action, no activity completion again, no tags. So I'll just save and display. You can see that these are the items will be added to that checklist. Now you see 1, 2, 3, 4. This one does not have a checkbox here. Okay? And this one has hidden from students. Now, now see, if I go in as a student now in my other page, right? I will just reload. See here, I see the checklist, but I don't see anything here as a student. And here also, I don't see anything because I have not worked on it. So I'll go back, configure. Now see, I have this choose checklist. Once you have more topics with checklists, you will have a list and you can just choose from there. So I'll just, it is already here. I'm going to save changes. So you see, I have two student names in my sandbox classroom, CM and Maria Guptes. As a teacher, I can see all the students. And as a student, I'm going to go refresh, and here I can see it. So as a student, I have not done anything. If I click on it, that's what it says. Sorry, this activity is currently hidden. Although I can click, it does not let me see how much I completed. Even if I just show, say, this is a forum, I will need to do it, and whatever, post to forum. Now, some of them are solid squares, some of them are dotted squares. Solid squares, the students can mark themselves. You can change it. So for now, I'm just keeping it. See, the moment I marked it, it goes automatically progresses. And if I'm just reloading, it shows me here. See, it shows, okay, how much I did. Now here I click, it still says the activity is hidden. Now, if I am going back to my teacher page, I will change this one. I will just not hide it. What I will do, I will keep make available but not shown on course page. Now, as I mentioned before, updates by students only. What can happen here? I'm going to save and display. going back as a student. Now here, see, now the student can click and see how many activities are not done. Now the problem, if I say updates by students only, actually, even without doing it, the student can mark it done. That's not something what we want, right? So here's the trick. That's why I keep it teacher only. Updates by teacher only. I'll keep it there, save, and once again, back to that as my student. Now still I can actually click, but see, now I cannot check them without completing them actually. So that's a way to see that they have actually done it. So we have that. Now, what I wanted to show you is something that we can do with this checklist and with the restrict access. So we have this restriction set up. And yeah, so I'll show you on my page that, say you can see, I think here, this is an assessment. And I have uh, restricted it with 1, 2, 3, 4 activities. And also on this one, you can see I have restricted it. This is a different assessment. Um, I have restricted it with checklist. You can see it here. So you can keep your assessments restricted either way you want to. So for them to, for this one, what you can do, let's go back to, now I'm setting up my assessment. This one, my reading body language. Okay? And before that, you want them to read these articles to do whatever. So I'm going to go to edit settings. I'm sure you already know how to set up that. I'm just going to go to restrict activity completion. I'm just going to set up activity completion. Because without activity completion set up, you cannot set up the uh, restriction by activity completion. There are other ways. I'm sure most of you know. So you can use either. One I showed you before that the students can actually manually mark the solid square, and the other one dotted square, activity is complete when conditions are met. So I'm just gonna use this. Just student must view this activity to complete it. Because this is a folder, this is the only option. But for other activities, there are different options. So I'm just gonna go back. And you see, the moment the students open it, it will be automatically. Um, Now, this one, you see there is a checkbox, but I'm gonna show you the, at the edit. Okay. So whatever you set up, it's up to you. I'm just gonna go to restrict access. Here, there is no restriction. Now you can do it in 2 ways, or actually a lot of ways, but usually I use activity completion and day. Sometimes I use user profile. So for activity completion, here you need to be a little careful. Do you want them to complete all or one? So must or must not. And then say choose first. There are a couple of ways. You can choose previous activity with completion. Excuse me. And you can choose each separately. So for example, maybe I will choose this and sorry, just excuse me. I'm just going to have a drink of water. And then I want to add. Now here in the add part, you can see one extra box came up. You can say all or any. That means either they have to do this or this, but I usually keep all. So then they must do all of them. And here you can say choose maybe reading part. So these two. And I'm not going to go to the next ones. Or actually maybe. So I don't want the students to manually mark. This is an assessment. I will go to show activity as completed. See, as I mentioned before, that's a folder, so that does not have a lot of options, but this is an assessment quiz. So this one has more options. So it's up to you what you want to set. You can put student must receive a grade. So let's just put it there. And then I'm going to save and return to course. And you see, it tells here that these two must be completed. Other than the students cannot open it. So if I'm going to go to this person and see, I can see that, okay, I have to do this and this. Now, otherwise, I cannot see the hand to click on it. So I must complete this too. Now, say, for example, your you want your students to work on all of these before, or all of them activities before you want them to complete one assessment. And I did that with my business communication, I think, or body language. No, I think body language. Was it? Yeah, I think one of these assessments I used the checklist. I don't remember which one, but how you can do that. It means, say you have maybe 10 activities that you want your students to complete before they can open the assessment. How can they do that? Are you gonna really think about doing this restrict access 10 times? It is time consuming and you know, we don't have that much time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cross from here, then that activity complete restrict access condition is gone. This one is gone. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add restriction. Once again, going back to activity completion. And here I'm just gonna choose enhancing avenue fee. This is my checklist. Must be marked complete. Um, sorry, must be marked complete. Now, what will happen? Those anything else, that means they actually have to do everything. They have to do all of them to open this one. So as a student, now if I go back to my this classroom, you see, I have to automatically, once I complete all of them, this will mark, this will be completed here, right? All green, and then my assessment will open. So that's a very simpler way to actually make our online time more useful and the students' independent study time more useful. Then they know that, okay, we'll have to do everything, otherwise we cannot sit for the assessment. And I actually do it often because mine is a blended class. I used to do it more often than now, but still, I always make sure that they are actually doing some of them. You can also make this one with more conditions. You can ask them to complete 75% or 80%. Then this one opens. I'm not going to go into that much detail. So I think uh, I think that's basically all from me, unless you have any questions. I'm going to stop sharing if anybody has any questions.
Cheyenne, I don't think there are any outstanding questions on the chat.
Okay, if anyone has any questions, want to ask, you can unmute yourself and ask, or you can write it in the chat box. You
Um,
can try. Yeah.
Excuse me. Hi, Shayan. Thank you
Yes.
so much. I'm just like starting with the avenue. So, I mean, I do have a class. I've set up the topics and everything. I have started giving work to my learners. They're a very low level learners, and mine is a blended class as well. Just to let you know that I tried to set it up with the same way that you did, and I wanted to see the bars for the student progress, the green bars that you have,
Hmm.
but I am unable to see. I have done the setting as per your instructions, but I can't see the bars somehow.
Do you mean the one with the student's name on the side?
Yes.
Did you what is that called? Reload your page?
Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'll do it now. Yeah. No. No. Okay. And the students won't be able to see it, right?
Students will see only their name, not anybody else's.
Okay. Okay. So no. Mine is showing me latest announcement, online users, my courses. That's the only thing I can see besides my announcement. It's a very simple format, very simple style. I think a beginner's course.
If you,
Yeah.
if you want to, you can share your screen with me. Then maybe I can uh,
Okay.
help you.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
No
Thank you.
problem. I
Thank
could do that. Um,
you. Thank you, Dia, for the others to join us. Those who are leaving, thank you.
okay. So can you see this?
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So now I
Okay.
hit
Yeah.
the.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I don't think you have created the checklist. You
No,
have to
I haven't.
create that if you turn editing on
Okay.
and yeah,
Editing on. Yeah. It's
yeah,
turn editing on. Yeah.
and then go left side to add blocks to the
Uh,
menu.
to the menu.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Add
More.
blocks.
Scroll down.
Yeah.
It's to the bottom.
Okay.
Right at the bottom. Yeah, add a block.
Oh, yeah. You can see that. I add a block.
From
Okay.
here, yeah, click on checklist, please.
Checklist. Yeah, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your checklist should be at the bottom.
Okay. At the bottom, you mean at the very end of the
Yeah, at the bottom
topic?
of the page. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
a little up, at the bottom of the
At the bottom
blocks.
of the box.
Yeah, usually the newest blocks are added to the end of the previous ones.
Mm-hmm. So
So
where is
up,
the checklist?
no,
Oh,
more up.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
there it
here it
is.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
yeah,
here. Yeah.
yes.
So, do I go on the settings?
Did you create a little checklist from the um, whichever topic you want to choose? Did you create a little checklist there?
No,
So you
no, I
have to
didn't.
create that.
Okay. Okay. So how do I do that? I'm sorry.
Whichever, yeah, no, that's okay. Go
For
on.
example, for
Yeah,
example, this is
just
my
choose any of
latest
them.
topic.
Sure.
Any of them? Okay. So which side do I choose it from?
A little down. You'll have to scroll down and yeah, go to the
For
bottom of this topic.
okay.
Yeah, add an activity or resource.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and click on checklist.
Okay. Checklist. Yeah. There. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just give it a name, like just like I did. Get help from a pharmacist. Copy and paste.
Get help from a okay.
Okay, maybe write checklist. That will help you to
Okay.
yeah.
Checklist. See checklist. There you go. Okay.
Okay. All right. So a little scrolling down a little, please.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. More. Click
Okay.
here. Click on the updates by teacher only.
Appears by teacher only.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And little more.
Mm-hmm.
Scrolling down and show course module.
Show course
Yeah.
module. Yes.
Current section.
Uh,
Current section.
Current section. Yeah.
Yes. Add due dates to calendar. Yes.
Add due dates to
Up.
calendar. Uh,
Sec
where is it?
Next one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
And let's scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
Click on common module, please.
Common module setting.
And click on that availability
Mm-hmm.
and make available the last one.
Okay.
Now save.
Okay. Save and display.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So this checklist list is for every blog or I would say every topic, separate
You have
topic.
to create it every time you want it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now I know. Okay. So, for example, if I look at this, I have on the pharmacist. So there is a checklist. Where's the checklist? Okay. So this is the checklist
Yeah,
showing
yeah, the
all.
checklist is there. It's okay. You
Okay.
have to, yeah.
So
But
you that's
now,
it. Yeah.
now
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you go back up
Uh huh. Okay. Mm-hmm.
and find the checklist, please.
Checklist. The very bottom here.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
click on the circle menu, action menu here. Yep.
There. Okay.
Configure.
Mm.
And the name is already there. Just save changes.
Save changes. I see. Okay.
So let's go down a little bit more.
Uh-huh, I see. Awesome. And only the student, so once they complete their work, they will be able to, uh-huh, I will be able to see how much work they have done, who has
Yep.
completed each and every activity. And okay, can I also create a checklist for before or after they have done it? Because I have some blocks which some learners have already done. So,
You can create it. You can
okay.
create it. The checklist doesn't bother any other activity.
Okay, thank you
And
so much.
if you have questions, you have my email. And if you have questions, you have live help, or you can definitely ask your mentor.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I
Thank you for helping me.
No
Let me
problem.
stop the show. Oh, it's been stopped.
I
Okay, thank
stopped it.
you.
And thank
Stop.
you
Good.
everyone for being here.
Thank you.